The British tank commander saw them clearly through his periscope. Just anti-aircraft guns on the ridge, barrels pointed skyward. No threat to his Matilda's 40 millimeters of armor. Hellfire Pass, Egypt, May 27, 1941. Then the first gun lowered its barrel. The Matilda exploded. Then another. And another. In 3 minutes, 11 British tanks burned on the desert floor. The survivors radioed a single word that would echo through the war. 88s! The 88mm Flak gun wasn't supposed to kill tanks. Krupp engineers designed it in 1928 as an anti-aircraft weapon, working secretly in Sweden to evade treaty restrictions. But in Spain, 1936, desperate Luftwaffe crews discovered something extraordinary. When Republican tanks appeared, they lowered their anti-aircraft guns and fired directly. Soviet armor that laughed at smaller guns vaporized. It was like using a sledgehammer on an egg, recalled Hans Müller, a flak gunner in North Africa. British tanks had to close to 800 meters to hurt us. We killed them at 2,000, sometimes 3,000. They'd charge across open desert, and we'd pick them off like targets at a shooting gallery. I felt sorry for them. What made the 88 so lethal? Pure physics. 820 meters per second, muzzle velocity. The shell arrived before the sound. At 1,000 meters, it punched through 150 millimeters of armor, more than any Allied tank carried. The flat trajectory meant gunners could aim like a rifle. The stable mount, designed to track fast aircraft, made hitting ground targets child's play. Erwin Rommel weaponized this accident of design. In North Africa, he deployed 88s in ambush positions, dug in with only barrels visible. British tankers called them crash boom. You heard the crash of impact, then the boom of the gun. At Hellfire Pass, 12 88s destroyed over 100 tanks. The British nicknamed it Hellfire Pass. Tank crews developed an obsessive fear. Every bush could hide an 88, remembered British Sergeant Tom Watson. You'd scan constantly, looking for that long barrel. When you heard that crack, distinct from any other gun, your stomach dropped. Someone was about to die. The question was who? The Germans kept improving their accidental tank killer. The Flak 36 got a better barrel. The Flak 41 increased velocity to 1,000 meters per second. They mounted 88s on half-tracks, creating mobile death. The Tiger tank's main gun? A modified 88. Suddenly, the anti-aircraft gun was driving armored warfare evolution. Allied solutions proved desperate. Can't armor against it, too heavy. Can't outrange it, physics wins. Fighter bombers hunting 88 positions faced their original purpose: superb anti-aircraft fire. Infantry assaults meant crossing open ground under direct fire from crews who could put a shell through a window at 2,000 meters. "We tried everything," American tank commander Captain Joe Barnes recalled. Smoke screens, artillery barrages, flanking movements, nothing worked reliably. The best tactic was reconnaissance. Find them before they found you. Second best was prayer. Statistics tell the tale. In Normandy's Operation Goodwood, 16 88s destroyed 126 British tanks in 3 hours. During the entire African campaign, 88s claimed more kills than all German tanks combined. Soviet records blamed them for 40% of tank losses. One gun. Multiple nightmares. The 88's versatility made it irreplaceable. Morning, shoot down bombers at 20,000 feet. Afternoon, destroy tanks at 2,000 meters. Evening, fire airburst shells at infantry. One weapon, 3 rolls, countless Allied dead. Gun crews painted kill rings on barrels. Tanks, planes, sometimes both. Unteroffizier Kurt Weber, who served 3 years on 88s, summarized their impact. "We weren't tank crew, weren't pilots, just artillery. But we stopped more attacks, killed more tanks, brought down more planes than anyone. The 88 was God's own gun. When we fired, death followed. The war ended, but the 88's influence didn't. Every modern tank gun follows its principles: high velocity, flat trajectory, multi-purpose capability. Israeli gunners used captured 88s in 1948. Syrian positions in 1967 still mounted them. Engineering excellence transcends ideology. Veterans don't discuss specifications when they remember 88s. They remember the sound, that distinctive crack across the desert, the way tanks brew up when hit, friends vaporized mid-sentence, the long barrel swinging toward them, terror crystallized at 88 millimeters. The Flak 88 remains history's perfect accident. Designed to protect cities from bombers, it became the weapon tank crews feared most. Not through intent, but through desperate innovation, it redefined ground combat. Other weapons killed more. None inspired more dread. In war, psychology matters as much as physics. The 88 mastered both. Today, in museums, tourists see a simple artillery piece. Veterans see something else. They see burning tanks at Hellfire Pass, shattered Shermans in Normandy, friends who didn't make it home. They hear that crack echoing across 70 years. Some weapons win battles. The 88 won nightmares. In war, that's often the same thing.